Let me ask you a little simple question. Do you ever get nervous when you play in front of other people? Trust me, everyone does. Believe me, I have many, many times. Sometimes a little bit of nervousness may actually help you, but at times it can hurt you really bad and make your performance fall way off. Let me give you a few tips that will help you play better the next time you are performing in public. Here is tip number 1. Prepare. It's a lot easier to be relaxed in front of an audience when you are confident of what you are going to perform. So practice is important. But don't just practice the music, practice performing. Maybe set up a video camera and record yourself. You could stand in front of a mirror and go through the whole performance. At least when you get on stage, it won't be the first time you've ever done the whole thing. Number 2, desensitize yourself. I used to tell people it's like being afraid of snakes. If you are afraid of snakes, the only way you're ever going to get over that fear is to get you a little snake, maybe a little 10-inch garter snake, and get up the nerve to pick it up. Hold it in your hand, and you realize the thing is not going to kill you. Hold it, and then tomorrow hold it again, and you keep doing that, and pretty soon you won't be afraid of snakes. Now, admittedly, there are some snakes you should be afraid of, but I think you get the idea. It's desensitization. The more you put yourself in front of an audience, the easier it becomes. Go to a lot of jam sessions. Those aren't really high-pressure situations. And whatever you do, don't leave your instrument in the car. Get it out and jump in there and play. All right, number 3. Remember that you are your own worst critic. Here I am playing my first gig with Cedar Hill. This is July the 4th, 1983. It's a pretty big crowd, and we get to play in Fox on the Run. I'm singing the lead, and I completely forgot to sing the 4th verse. It really threw the other guys off a little bit when I jumped right into the chorus and the ending too early. But luckily they hung in there, realized my screw up, and we finished, pretty much okay. But the important point to remember is that nobody in the crowd really even noticed. I got kind of shook up by it because I knew I screwed up. But I can assure you, I'm the only person who actually remembers that screw up after all these years. Number 4, large audiences are sometimes easier. Small, intimate settings can make you feel like everyone's eyes are just peering at you like laser beams. When you get in front of a large crowd, the people sort of turn into one big, giant mass. And for me, I think it's easier. And trust me, it's even easier when it's dark and you can't see them, and you've got those stage lights in your eyes. Number 5, and this may seem redundant and maybe a little bit stupid, but just do it. Here's an old picture of us playing for a huge crowd at Merle Fest. This is probably, I think, about 1986. It was a little bit nerve-wracking hanging around backstage when there's Doc Watson standing over there and David Grisman over there and Peter Rowan, and they're all warming up. I mean, you know the type of people that play there. Somehow we finagled our way to performing at Merle Fest. But anyway, all you can do is just take a deep breath, walk out there and do your thing. And the more you do that, the better at it you're going to get. Here's tip number 6. If you're one of those people who say, well, I'm just playing for my own enjoyment, let me give you a suggestion. Form a band. I don't care if you have plans, big plans, you want to get on the Grand Ole Opry or something like that, but do form a band. It's a lot harder to become a really good jam session player, because in jam sessions, you never know who you're going to be playing with, and you have no idea what tunes may pop up, what key they're going to play them in, and there's pretty much no such thing as an arrangement. So, if you form a little band, and you get together and you rehearse a bunch, you plan your arrangements, you know what songs you're going to play, and precisely when you're going to take your solos. So you can rehearse that stuff, and you're going to sound a lot better. And frankly, bands, even really bad bands, generally put on a better performance than a typical jam session. Number 7. This is a tip that has worked for me to help eliminate nervousness right before I walk out on stage. It's really simple. You just take a moment, close your eyes, and imagine some government science experiment has gone horribly wrong and the audience has been turned into chickens. When you walk out and glance around the room, do not see people, see chickens. They're sitting out there clucking and pecking. And remember that chickens are not highly critical audiences. They're going to love whatever you do. And you may even want to get some chickens and sit in front of them and practice your show. I hope these ideas help you the next time you get on stage. Give me your own ideas down in the comments section below. And don't forget to subscribe.